into the staging lanes, please. We're just about to wrap up our qualifying for race number 2 here this weekend at Sonoma Raceway. And again, thanks to the folks at Corbell, California Champagne people, for providing a sponsorship here at Sonoma Raceway this weekend. Sportsman Motorcycle getting ready to come up. Tracy St. Germain, Kirk Walton, and Rick Carlson.
And the bikes, Kirk from Salt Lake City, the right side, they qualify. Lost reaction time on his ZX14 at 10:20 at 1:44. Tracy St. Germain all the way from San Jose. His Z1R, 966 with a 6. He was 324. And Kirk Walton was red, so they are not going to qualify really well because, again, soft reaction times. I think we'll have all the Pro Tree bikes work, and then the full tree bikes will come up after them. During eliminations, we can mix and match on the tree, but for qualifying, we do it this way. Miles Howard, 61, your Division 6 defending champion, Camano Island, Washington, and Pete McCled Jr. from Garberville, former D7 champ on his Busa. Both on the bars. McCled, a red light, so Miles Howard with a 25 reaction time. Now you're number one qualifier. He goes 788 at 160 miles an hour, while McCled in the O'Reilly right lane at 893 at 148 miles per hour. Don Caesar from Citrus Heights, his GSXR Suzuki. That's in the left lane, right side. Sean Connor, his Suzuki GSXR. He's in construction, which surprises me because usually he breaks things instead of putting them together. In addition to the different starting systems that they use in the category, you've got basically 2 types of bikes, and you see them going down the track now. Don Caesar, treaded tire, no bar bike. And his GSXR goes 912 at 144. While Sean Connor on his GSXR has a slick and wheelie bars. So it's a bike, a bar bike, or a bike with no bars. Either way. Dave Wheeler, Murray, Utah, number 77, finished 7th D7 last year. The O'Reilly lane, his ZX14 is one of those no-bar bikes, so he'll be leaning over forward a bit more than Brian Jennings from Martinez. In Georgia for a while, and in Georgia it's Martinez, but here it's Martinez. Brian Jennings, 17, he moves up to the number 1 qualifying spot with that 17 reaction time. In the Toyota lane, it's a 907 at 141, while Dave Wheeler is the X14, a 915 at 149. He turns on a red light. Qualifying sheet's going to be interesting for the motorcycles. Ron Alves, another former D7 champion, will be in the Toyota lane. His Kawasaki is paired with Don DePeel from Gladstone, Oregon. His Kawasaki. A pair of Kawasaki's. At the bars, they'll pull in, stage carefully, and as soon as they get all the bulbs lit, you'll see them crank their hand up, get that throttle open, and there they go. Alves did not wait. Don DePeel with 41, I think will move in number 3 spot. I won't even change screens to look. DePeel, 841 at 154, where Alves, after his 21 red line, goes 811 at 163. Well, maybe it was the red bike and the red leathers. Who knows? Top sportsman, you should be in the lanes, getting ready to go. Terry Turner, T764 Bakersfield. His Katana. That's the blue bike. Paired with Rick Newport, the multicolored machine. Number 72 finished runner-up in the division. He's been the champ a few times on the gorgeous Gexler Suzuki, the Matco Tools distributor from Bluffdale, Utah. Ooh, 26 and 29. Now we're going to start shaking up that qualifying ladder. Terry Turner, Toyota lane, 899 at 139. Rick Newport, 794, 165 miles an hour. I'm surprised every once in a while I figured Jeff Havens would sneak over and maybe watch the bikes. I know he's listening. Larry Mota, the defending D7 champ out of Orem, Utah, ZX14. Kawasaki, Gaston Evans from Oakland in the O'Reilly side on his no-bar Hayabusa. Ooh, bounced and hopped a couple of times. Well, Larry Mota, 902 at 145, gets there. 1071 at 132 for Evans. I think the bike has a lot more in it, but when he left, it tried to hop a couple of times, and that definitely hurts the numbers. Manny Taylor, 77-77. He's from Bakersfield. His GS Suzuki will be in the Toyota lane, and Denny Alves from El Cerrito, we talked about it yesterday, his Kawasaki. Jordan McLeod actually helping on a couple of bikes. Jordan not running Super Street like he did for a few years. Denny Alves, underwater welder. Dangerous job, tough job. But on the other hand, tough jobs riding on the Sportsman motorcycles. Hard to handle itself. Manny Taylor leaves early, Denny Alves with a 38. Denny at 801, 160. The O'Reilly side, 889 at 142 for Manny in the Toyota lane. Leo Shaver comes up next in the right lane from Las Vegas on the Ninja. Clayton Howie from Lemoore on his ZX14. Right now, Brian Jennings, number 1, Miles Howard, number 2, Terry Turner, number 3, 4th is Rick Newport, Denny Alves is 5th, Don DePeel 6, Larry Mota 7, Sean Connor 8. And we go from there. Howie, your new number 1 qualifier out of the Toyota lane, 006 reaction time. Leo Shaver at 32, 883 for Howie at 154. Shaver, 886 at 147. Howie, now your number 1 qualifier. 006 reaction time. Jennings drops down. Leo Shaver sneaks in the number 6 spot right after Newport before Denny Alves. Gary Oakes, KZ Kawasaki. They make him run by himself. I believe he picked up a win last night. I'm going to take a look and see. No, he did not. Yes, he did. Gary Oakes was the winner last night. He goes to 30, has a 35 reaction time, goes 877, 147 miles an hour. Yesterday's number 1 qualifier had a double 02 reaction time, then a perfect reaction time. That's Kahea Woods from Las Vegas. His GSXR Suzuki with the purple socks. Cody Compton, runner-up last night from Vancouver, Washington, on his Busa in the O'Reilly lane. Kahea Woods has purple socks on, I guarantee it. Don't ask me how I know that he has purple socks on, but I know that he does. So can the number 1 qualifier make it 2 days in a row? No, he's not even the number 1 qualifier in this pairing. Cody Compton, 005. Kahea Woods, 007. So they've knocked a whole bunch of people down the ladder. Compton, 1001 at 136, right side. Kahea, 843 at 151 in the left lane. Now Cody Compton, 005 is number 1. Clayton Howie, now number 2 with the 006. Kahea Woods, number 3 with the 007 reaction time. Tom Medlin, multiple time to T7 champion in the Toyota lane on his GSXR. And Eric Jaquith from Queen Creek, his Busa in the right lane. Finished 5th in Division 7 last year. Medlin's bike, black flamed machine. Good looking bikes. I think this is the last pair of the 2-wheelers. Then we'll make the track sprayed with sticky stuff and get ready to go to Top Sportsman. Yeah, the qualifying ladder will not really change at the top. Tom Medlin, 893 at 116 miles an hour. The right side, Eric Jaquith, 919 at 142. Tom Medlin had trouble yesterday, and he is about 30 miles an hour off where he should be, and he should be much quicker than that. Hopefully there's nothing serious, and they're able to get that fixed. But Cody Compton, Number 1, 005, Clayton Howie. Kahia Woods, Brian Jennings. That's the top 4. Followed by Miles Howard, Terry Turner, Rick Newport, Leo Shaver. Gary Oakes starts the second 8. He's number 9. Then Denny Alves, Don DePeel, Larry Moto, Sean Connor, Eric Jake with Gaston Evans, Trey St. Germain, Tom. And that is your... And as we get ready to start Sportsman Motorcycles, one of the regular things, we remember Joe. Kahia Woods from Las Vegas is Gexler Suzuki. Going to be in the Toyota lane at 8:43. Eric Jakewood from Queen Creek in Arizona. Jakewood dialing it at 9:20 in his Busa. Busa being a Suzuki Hayabusa. The Gexler for Kahia Wood, we would call that a Suzuki GSXR. We've got full tree, some race on the pro tree. We've got bars with her bikes with wheelie bars and slicks, some with a treaded type tire, and no bar bikes. Now it's a pair of Suzukis, Kahia. Number 1 qualifier in race number 1 at reaction times of Trip Zip and 002. Not able to parlay that into a win. Oh, but he gets this one, Eric Jakewood. Too early, turns on a red light. Win to Kahia Woods. Purple socks and all in the Toyota left lane. He goes 8:38, 152. He runs under. He already had a win light. Eric Jakewood after the red light runs under with a 9:17 and 143 miles an hour. Sean Connor from Boulder City. This Suzuki GSXR left side, 8:59. Clayton Howie from Lemoore. His ZX14 Kawasaki in 8:79. Now Clayton Howie, it's a no-bar bike, so he will be way out over the wheelie bars hanging on. Sean Connor, if his bike wiggles and wobbles down the track, watch his body language. He will move around with his body, not try and steer the bike. This is a nice straight run. He's got to win. Clayton Howie went red by 4th thou. Sean Connor, 8:51 and 155. Howie, 8:87 after the red light. Super Street, you've had your call. Next round, head to the lanes. Super Street, head to the lanes. Ron Alves. Alves Farming, Kawasaki, former division champion here. Finished 4th last year. Dialed at 8:18. He's from Colusa. Don DePeel from Gladstone, Oregon. His Kawasaki, dialing at 8:40. Sportsman Motorcycle, I think they run in Division 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, and 3 don't run them. In this case, with double event, we get a lot of racers. Of course, from the home Division 7, many come down from Division 6. Next weekend, you're in Tulsa with the double, and Division 4 and 5 bikes will show up at Topeka double, and then they will end up doing that this time in a double breakout. Ron Alves takes the win. That Kawasaki in the Toyota lane, 8:17 with a 7, 3,000 under 156, 8:38 Peel, 200 under it. Rick Newport, Kirk Walton from Salt Lake City, his ZX14. It's one of those no-bar bikes. He finally took it off the street, but has not done more to it. Rick Newport finished 2nd in the division last year. He's a multiple-time division champion out of Utah. The Matco Tools distributor is GSXR, dialed at 792. Now they all lean over, but the guys with the wheelie bars can set up quicker than the ones with no bars. They have to stay leaning for quite a while. Now you see them turn around and look at each other, and it will be Rick Newport, 8:13, 140 miles an hour in the Toyota lane. Kirk Walton just a little bit late leaving. He goes 10:31 at 150. Terry Turner from Bakersfield, his Katana, dialed at 8:99 Toyota lane. Don Caesar from Citrus Heights. His Gexer, right side, another one of those no-bar bikes. You can see the guy, the black with orange leather, is leaning way over the front of the motorcycle to just about half track. They get the shifting all done. Now they start looking at each other. Somebody has a good chance to win this one. That is Don Caesar. He does that in the O'Reilly lane, 9:12:01:45, because Terry Turner was just flat late leaving the line. He breaks out running an 8:89 at 10th under and still not able to catch Don Caesar. And again, Super Street start making your way to the lanes. Super Street, make your way to the lanes. Get paired so you can pull forward. Trace St. Germain used to be a roller rink operator from San Jose, Z1R. Trace had an incident, came back as strong as ever. 9:56, his dial against Miles Howard, the D6 champion in the right lane from Camano out of Washington. His RF Suzuki down at 784. And it will be Trace St. Germain, the local racer. Well, as local as San Jose can be. Miles Howard, 780, the D6 champ, too quick, breaks out at 154. Trace St. Germain just 3 hunt off of that 9:59, 136 miles an hour. Pete McClett Jr. again, former Division 7 champion from Garberville, on his Busa in the left lane, dialed at 864. Leo Shaver from Las Vegas. He has been one of the ET champs before and been into the winner's circle in the Lucas Oil Series. He will dial at 885 on the Ninja, right side. Yellow and blue leathers, yellow helmet. Trace St. Germain, or Pete McClett Jr., gray leathers and a purple helmet. Shaver leaves first, going to try and hang on. McClett closing, not able to catch you. Leo Shaver wins it. In the right lane from Las Vegas, 888 at 140, 3 hunt over. 860 for McClett. He must have been late because he was 400s under and still did not catch him. Now it's Denny Alves from El Cerrito. His Kawasaki will dial at 790 in the left lane. Tom Medlin, again, former Division 7 champ. That Flame Suzuki Gixxer dialing at 809. A couple of quick bikes. Medlin, a fabricator. Denny Alves, underwater welder. Something I would not have any desire to do. Medlin out, Alves chasing him. 2 gorgeous machines going down the racetrack. Medlin up against the limiter and shuts it down. And Denny Alves wins at 793 at 144 miles an hour. Medlin with the problem, slows to a 14-second rate. Just let it run up the hill. Hits the head limiter and you can hear the popping. Dave Wheeler, ZX14 dialed at 894 in the Toyota left lane. And Gary Oakes picked up a win in the first race. His KZ out of Las Vegas, dialed at 868. Gary Oakes leaves and looks like he's hanging on to the lead. He's looking around. Well, he hung on to it too tightly. He broke out. Dave Wheeler wins at 891 at 150. Leo breaks out by almost 10th and a half, 856 at 151 miles an hour. It'll be a new winner this time. The current division champion, Larry Mota from Orem, Utah. His ZX14 will be in the left lane. He'll dial at 897. While Manny Taylor from Bakersfield, his GS, dialed at 887 O'Reilly side. They dial a 10th apart. Mota in the left lane leaving first. Mota and Manny clear the finish line, and it is Larry Mota, the defending division champ, 897 on an 897, 142 miles an hour. Just a thou over Manny Taylor, 882, too quick by 500s at 139. Brian Jennings, Gaston Evans. Look like our final pair in this round of the Sportsman Motorcycles. Brian Jennings from Martinez, his GSXR, 897 Toyota lane. Also an 897 for Gaston Evans from Oakland, his Busa. Evans not there with the red light. Brian 9:02 at 1:44. Cody Compton. Cody Compton, your number one qualifier, an uneven number of bikes on the ladder. His 951, Vancouver, Washington is home. Project designer on his Hayabusa. He is the final Sportsman Motorcycle. Going down the track. Then bought our Sportsman.
Get your quote today at the Reese Motorsports Insurance.
And the bikes are back. Trace St. Germain from San Jose, his Kawasaki at a 956. Toyota side, right side, Ron Alves. Once we get everything clear, we'll take a look at the track, making sure it's fine. Ron from Calusa. Alves Farmick, 814, his dial. So a pair of Kawasaki's going to start things off. Got wheelie bars behind him. Trace St. Germain in the black leathers. Ron Alves, red helmet, red leathers. We get to see the bikes move around a bit. 2 tires instead of 4. Sometimes it's a handful. Sometimes it's a little bit more than that. There is not a rookie left in the group that's out here. Really good turnout. Division 6, Division 7 racers. St. Germain and Alves, they are staged. Trace is off, and here comes Ron. Oh, get it off the center line. He leans and leans and leans, and while Alves is doing that, Trace St. Germain breaks out, and Ron Alves 2/10 over the dial because he moved over to the center line, and you can see him leaning to his right and finally brought it around. Trace St. Germain didn't know what was going on behind him. He had a better reaction time, goes straight down that line, but he runs a 953 on a 956. Breakout, he's gone. If you lost your cheaters, we had a set found in the staging lanes. Come on up and claim them. Sean Connor and Leo Shaver, Nevada racers. Sean left side, his Suzuki. Right side, Leo on the Kawasaki. Leo out, those yellow and blue leathers, and here comes Sean. Sean not moving around on the bike. His is a nice straight run, but not a very quick run. Leo Shaver takes the win. He was very late, but Sean Connor could not run the number. Leo wins it an 893 on an 886 at 143, 873 for Sean. 2/10 off the dial. Rick Newport, 72 on the bike, an absolutely gorgeous Gexer. The Matco Tools distributor in the Toyota lane, left side, 790, while Cody Compton from Vancouver will dial 949 on his Hayabusa Suzuki, or Suzuki Hayabusa, or the Busa, whichever way it comes out. Cody is way down the track, and Rick Newport making up that ground very quickly. Newport, your winner. He was 007, runs an 801 for the win at 150. Cody Compton was late, had 3 aces, but that's not where you want those. 952 at 139 miles an hour. Larry Moto, the defending champ from D7 from Orem in Utah. His Kawasaki ZX14 899, left side. Don Caesar from Citrus Heights. His Suzuki dialing at the 907. Caesar, one of the no-bar bikes remaining. Wheeler from Murray, Utah, 891. In the right lane, Kahia from Vegas, 840 left side. Super Street and Stock, make your way to the lanes. Super Street and Stock, making your way to the lanes, please. Wheeler off, and Cahill is trying to catch him. Here comes Cahill Wood. 8:43 on an 8:40 for the win, 148. 8:99 for Wheeler. A little bit later off the line. And Cahill taking advantage of that. Wheeler at the 8:99 at 140 miles an hour. Brian Jennings and Denny Alves. Alves at Kawasaki. Gorgeous machine. He's down at 784 in the O'Reilly Lane, and Brian Jennings. This Gexler Suzuki, 9 flat. Jennings out. Alves right there now. And it will be Denny Alves, 791 on the 784, 154. He was 004 off the line. Jennings pretty good for one of the reaction times on the bikes at 19, but not good enough. He runs 906 at 140, and Denny Alves will continue.
One of the two. Sportsman Motorcycle coming up next, and here's Ricky.
You heard the old term, phony is a $3 bill. Ron Alves from Calusa, the Alves Farm at Kawasaki, 838. Leo Shaver's Ninja from Vegas, right side at 886. Red bike, yellow and blue bike, and it will be the red bike of Ron Alves. 845 and 148 in the left Toyota lane. Leo Shaver at 10th off the dial, 896 at 144. He had the starting line advantage, gives it up, and Alves wins by 8 thousandths. All winners, all categories. Cool 'em, fuel 'em, and roll 'em on down. Rick Newport now and Denny Alves. Rick Newport, Matco Tools distributor from Salt Lake, and Denny Alves from El Cerrito. His Kawasaki versus the Suzuki of Newport. Newport 791, Alves 786. Woo! Yep. They get to the other end, and playing better up there is Denny Alves. 790 at 168, 795 for Newport at 164. They were identical, 27 lights. Alves wins it by 3 thousandths of a second. Whoa. Larry Mota, Division 7 defending champ, 899. Dial on his ZX14 left side. The last of the no-bar bikes. Cahill Woods from Vegas right side. Dialed at 841. The Bulb Plus head start going to go to Larry Mota. Mota out first. Cahill trying to catch him, not able to do so. Cahill, I think of the entire 4 days we've been here, that was Cahill's worst reaction time. 906 for Larry Mota. He takes the win at 128. Utah racer from Las Vegas, Cahill, 852 at 148. He did not run the number either and was tardy. So that's this round of the bikes.
Back over to Rick Carlson, a longtime voice. You're in Division 7 competition. The gentleman who's making his farewell tour here in 2019. I'm going to set the microphone down. Does that mean you're going to drop the mic?
I watched that, but people that own the microphone and sometimes after yelling, they don't give you the check or they deduct the cost
of the microphone.
Yeah, we just set it down.
Okay, all right. Here you go, Sportsman Motorcycle.
Larry Mota out of Orem, Utah, off and rolling on that ZX14, and here comes the Kawasaki of Denny Alves trying to catch him. It will be Denny Alves, 795 on that Kawasaki in the O'Reilly lane. 902 for Larry Mota. Denny started 006. We'll have an all Alves final in Sportsman Motorcycle. Here is Ron Alves. Is Red Kawasaki. He's downing at 8:11. Farmer from Calusa, Alves Farming. He's going to roll up. And he can do what he wants with the single, as we found. Some people have just taken the light, others have idled down. Some have run it to 1,000 foot. Pushes the tree a bit to find out where he needs to go, and he finishes 8:12. 8:12 of 163. So Denny Alves and Ron Alves will meet in the final. And it was too much. Jeff Gillette, your top sportsman champion. Now we go to the motorcycle finals. Ron Alves and Denny Alves. Ron, red Kawasaki left side. Denny, the orange Kawasaki right side. Denny at a 790. Ron at an 811. All Alves finals. Ron from Calusa. Denny from El Cerrito. Watching Jeff Gillette's crowd go wild, they raised their hands and jumped up to their tippy toes. And the win is Ron Alves, 811 on an 811, 009 light, 811 with a 6, a 15,000s package for that red bike in the Toyota lane. Denny Alves, 786, too quick by 400s. He breaks out. Ron Alves is your